Welcome to this calculus tutorial. Today, we are going to master the concept of average rate of change and understand specifically how it relates to the slope of a secant line. This is a foundational concept that bridges algebra and calculus. Before we look at the math, let's look at the real world. Rate of change is everywhere. Imagine you are driving a car. If you drive 100 miles and it takes you 2 hours, your average speed is 50 miles per hour. That 50 miles per hour is an average rate of change. It tells you how much your distance changed relative to the time that passed. Mathematically, we define this using a ratio. The average rate of change is the change in output, delta y, divided by the change in input, delta x. If we have 2 points, we calculate the difference in their y values and divide it by the difference in their x values. Let's put this on a graph. Here we have a blue curve representing a function, f of x. To find an average rate of change, we first need to pick 2 distinct points on this curve. Let's call our first point x1 and our second point x2. Now, if we draw a straight line connecting these 2 points, we create what is called a secant line. This yellow line is crucial. The slope of this straight line is exactly equal to the average rate of change between those 2 points on the curve. To calculate that slope, we can visualize a right triangle. The vertical distance, shown in red, is delta y, or the rise. The horizontal distance, shown in green, is delta x, or the run. The slope is simply the red length divided by the green length. Here is the formula you will use. The slope of the secant line, m, equals f of x2 minus f of x1, all over x2 minus x1. Just remember, rise over run. It is the same slope formula you learned in algebra, just applied to a function. Let's try a real problem. Suppose our function is f of x equals x squared plus 1. We want to find the average rate of change from x equals 1 to x equals 3. First, we calculate the y values. 1 squared plus 1 is 2. 3 squared plus 1 is 10. Now we put these into our slope formula. 10 minus 2 is 8. 3 minus 1 is 2. 8 divided by 2 gives us an average rate of change of 4. Why do we call it an average? Look at the curve versus the line. The curve might be steep in some places and flat in others. It changes constantly, but the secant line smooths all that out. It gives us a single number that represents the overall trend from start to finish. To summarize, the average rate of change is geometrically equivalent to the slope of the secant line. You calculate it by dividing the change in y by the change in x. This concept is the first step toward understanding the derivative, which is what happens when those 2 points get infinitely close together.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.